This semester, in our class Needs Assessment and Usability Evaluation, a group of us worked on evaluating the INEE website. We are Isar Buendia, Prashant Ayer, Heidi Huang, Shang Yan, and Weikai Zhang. INEE is a nonprofit organization that serves as an international network for education in emergencies. Their work is focused on educating people under conflict or crisis. The INEE website provides a rich collection of resources, including documents, member networks, and discussion forums for people all around the world working in education in emergencies. From our interviews and surveys, we found that most users use the website to get the resources they need for their work, such as curriculum development and emergency preparation. Through our usability evaluation, we sought to understand how users use the website, with special attention paid to how they communicate with others through certain features, including the member database and the discussion forum. We began by conducting 5 interviews with current INEE website users to learn about their relationship with the website, including how frequently they use it and for what purposes. We used the interview results to generate personas and scenarios to better understand our user group and the role that INEE plays in their work. Based on some of our findings from the interviews, we conducted a survey to cast a wider net of responses. We sent the survey to our client, who emailed it to 9,441 people all over the world. Among these contacted, 61 completed the survey in English, 8 in Spanish, 5 in Portuguese, and 8 in French. The survey provided us with more comprehensive information about the overall user group and their experience with the INEE website. After the survey, we conducted a comparative analysis of the INEE website with the websites of other organizations who do similar work, including Education Cluster, UNICEF, UNRWA, World Vision, and Global Aid Worker. We compared these websites with the INEE website on functionality, aesthetics, usability, and interaction style. We then conducted a heuristic evaluation in which each member of our group evaluated the website based on Nielsen's 10 heuristics independently. Lastly, we conducted a usability test with current INEE website users to study how actual users interact with key features of the website. With the help of our client, we recruited 5 participants and conducted the usability tests virtually using Skype and screen sharing. The test was comprised of 5 tasks that covered different areas of the site. From our interviews, surveys, comparative analysis, heuristic evaluations, and usability tests, we arrived at 5 key findings and recommendations. The most important finding that seemed to be a recurring problem is that the website search bar is not comprehensive. We found that the search results from the main bar do not include certain pages from the website, including resources, content from the discussion forums, and certain subpages that can only be accessed through the navigation menu. During one of the usability tests, a user could not find the page for the Education Cannot Wait Advocacy Working Group using the search bar. When given a specific discussion forum to look for, the user tried to search it through the search bar, but was unable to find it. To address this, we recommend that INEE make the results of the main search bar include all the pages of the website. This should include the content in the resource database and discussion forums. This will become very helpful for new users who need to use the search bar to find what they need on the INEE website. Our second finding is that the method for searching the member database does not correctly fulfill the criteria that users select. During our usability tests, we found that when a user searches the member database, the search form does not generate results based on the user's criteria. The system only applies one of the criteria from the search form rather than applying all of the criteria to the results. We recommend that INEE revisit the functionality of the member database search function so that the results would correctly reflect the criteria specified. Considering the large number of INEE members, users should be able to narrowly search members through the search function in the member database. Our third finding is that the mandatory fields in the registration form and the resources uploading form are not always applicable. The resource uploading form has mandatory fields that are not applicable to all resources, such as the publisher journal field. We found similar issues with the member registration form. When users were confronted with fields in which there was no appropriate answer, they selected a random choice or typed random text as a placeholder. Thus, we recommend that INEE only mark the most important fields in these forms as mandatory. Additionally, for drop-down menus where users select the most appropriate answer, users should be given the option to type in an alternative answer if nothing provided is accurate. We also identified problems with the error messages on the INEE website, which are displayed on a new page each time. Additionally, the labeling for these errors, which usually occur when the user has filled a form incorrectly, are not consistent with the corresponding input fields in the forms. We recommend that the error messages be displayed alongside the fields which cause errors, without bringing the users to a new page. When error messages are displayed on the same page, the users can identify the problems immediately and solve the errors without difficulty. Also, by remaining on the same page, the users won't risk losing the data filled in the form. We also found that the search results from the website search bar are not organized in a logical way for users to easily understand. After performing a search, the results only list the title of the pages with no descriptions and the dates accompanying the title to describe what each page is about and when it was last updated. We recommend that INEE optimize the search experience by providing supporting information in the search results and providing options for users to sort and filter these results by date, type, and relevance. Although we feel quite confident about our findings, we acknowledge that there were various limitations in our studies. Firstly, both the interviews and the usability tests were conducted virtually rather than in person. Secondly, participants were not randomly chosen and were not fully representative of the target population. Lastly, much of our assessment has centered around the usability of various components of the website. This concludes our presentation. We hope that you found our analysis helpful and entertaining. We had a rewarding semester talking to and working with all the wonderful people and users of INEE. We admire the organization greatly and the valuable work that it does. Thank you for your time.